Hey homies, you Fragment here. Welcome to another fragrance review video. It's so great to be back, guys. This will be my first video back from Florida. My last video on Drop was pre-recorded, so I really hope y'all enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that fragrance. But I'm back home. Spent a few days in Disney, as you can see, and then a few days in Destin, Florida. And Destin's beautiful, by the way. I highly recommend going to visit for the summer. It's nice and hot, but the beaches are really clean and the water is very clear. But I'm super glad to be back. And I got an awesome fragrance to review with y'all today. This was actually a birthday present from my girlfriend. Shout out to you, babe. You are amazing for this because she actually got me my first ever Tom Ford fragrance, and I'm holding it the wrong way. Tom Ford Oud Wood, which I have been wanting this for so long. Ever since I saw the review videos for it, ever since I smelled it in the department store, I knew I want this fragrance. I've been wanting to get into Tom Ford for a while now, and this was the one I wanted the most. I felt like it was just a great entry point into the house, which I still think that after owning this for about a week now. And I think it's an amazing fragrance with one big drawback, which I will get to. But before we start with that, if you like these kind of videos, please remember to like and subscribe. And let me know what you think about Oud Wood in the comments below. Is it overhyped or is it totally worth it? So, right before we get into this review, I want to ask y'all a question. Do y'all consider Tom Ford to be designer or niche? I've heard from both sides. My personal opinion, I consider it to be niche because the price point is niche. I believe this was about $160, $70, $80, like right under $200, which is definitely niche pricing. And it's considered private blend, so I would say it probably leans on the niche side, but at the same time, Tom Ford's a clothing design company as well, so I'll let y'all decide. Let me know in the comments down below what y'all think. But with that out of the way, let's get into the fragrance. Let's go look at the bottle. Such a beautiful bottle. I remember reading something about it being described as like chess pieces or something like that, and I can definitely see the resemblance. Got a plastic cap with the metal Tom Ford engraved in the top. Bottle has a nice little weight to it. This is only the 30 milliliter, which is the smallest amount you can get. That's not a sample, and it still has a lot of heft to it, honestly. I'm not going to waste any sprays, but the atomizer is pretty good, nice and wide. And I believe this is just a sticker. I don't think this is actually like a metal plate or anything. I'm not even going to try to peel it, but overall presentation is super nice. This is an eau de parfum concentration, which is always amazing. And with that, let's actually get into the smell and the notes. So let's go through the top notes first, which I had them up and they literally just disappeared for me. So I'm going to work on that in a second. My phone's freaking out. So I remember the biggest notes on here being the woods, the oud, which is, it's oud wood. Right. Oh, I got it up. Cool. So top notes, we got agar wood or oud. We got rosewood. We got sandalwood. Mid notes of cardamom, vanilla, Szechuan pepper, and vetiver, and a base of tonka bean and amber. So what do I get from this? Well, first off, if for some reason you still have yet to smell this, which I'd be shocked, being if you're part of the fragrance community, that you haven't done your nose on this, the oud is not strong. It's not what you would expect a regular oud to be. It's not kind of gross smelling, which I know sometimes it can come off like that. If I had to describe it, it's clean and dry, which is kind of weird, but it makes more sense when you smell the fragrance. I think the other notes really help balance it out. The cardamom, the tonka bean, the amber, really adding that sweetness to it to help smooth out those rough edges that ouds usually have. And what I get from this is really, like, literally in the name, it's sweet oud, dry sweet oud, and very woody, which really makes it come across as a very nice masculine scent, which I know Tom Ford fragrances, especially the private blends, or I think all of them actually in general, considered to be unisex fragrances, but in my personal opinion, this definitely leans more masculine. I would find this smelling really weird on a woman personally. I don't think I'd want my girlfriend to wear this because it just smells a little too masculine for me, but I wouldn't stop her from doing it. But I think the smell is definitely masculine. It's very, very high class. Like, I would say this, if you wore this, you should feel more confident, in my opinion. I think it screams money, in my opinion. It's luxury in a bottle. That's what it smells like to me personally, and that's what I'm looking for. That's kind of what I expected of Amouage. Oh man, Reflection Man. I don't blanked out. That's what I expected of Mod Reflection Man, but I actually get that more with this one personally. And it's awesome. I mean, if you're going to own one fragrance in the line, I definitely would say reach for this one. But let's get into the one big negative for this fragrance. It does not project, which that sucks because I want people to smell this. I want people to notice this. It doesn't become a skin scent fast on me. It lasts about 6 hours on my skin, which I think is like average. But it doesn't project almost at all. I mean, nobody's complimented on me. My girlfriend has complained that she can't smell it, which sucks because she got it for me to smell on me, which is very unfortunate. But I can still smell it, and for some weird reason, it lasts a lot longer on my clothes, which I've never owned a fragrance like that. It's definitely unique to this one personally, which is not a bad thing. You know, I always spray my clothes for good measure, and this is more of a personal scent. It's something that should make you feel more confident in yourself, in just whatever you're doing, and I think it does that very well. But that is a big downside. I mean, you're paying a lot of money for this, and no one else is probably going to smell it, which sucks. I mean, it might work better on your skin than it does on mine, but that's just how I've really dealt with it for about a week. And I still love it. I've worn it a bunch of times already, and I do feel more confident when I wear it personally. But this was such an amazing gift. I'm so glad I finally got introduced to this line. I finally own one, which is amazing. I'm so happy about that. I have smelled some of the other ones that I might be interested in later down the line, but so far this is going to be the only one I have for a while. But with that is the end of this video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and let me know what you think of Tom Ford Oud Wood. Is it worth it, or is it too overpriced? But with that, Hugh Fragment out.